The State Veterans Cemetery in Duluth is celebrating a big award tonight. State leaders announced today that Duluth State Veterans Cemetery received the Operational Excellence Award. It's a recognition handed down by the National Cemetery Administration. Now, the State Veterans Cemetery is in Saginaw, the first veteran cemetery in the nation to pass all standards and measures. The review process looks at 95 different categories, examining operations, ground maintenance, headstones, and more. The Duluth State Veterans Cemetery is the third in the state, with the first veteran laid to rest on Veterans Day 2018.